Howdy mates, here's a third video that I wanted to make for today. So now I am on the north side of the reservoir. So now I'm actually on the perimeter trail. I'm not going to tell you how far it is because today I'm going to challenge myself. See how worthy I am for the hiking society or the realm. But so you can see some of the frozen over ice on the reservoir, and if you listen very carefully, I'll just stop talking for a moment. You hear all that noise? That's the ice. What's amazing about this ice is since it is a huge network that's covering a decent amount of water, all of the sound waves or the vibrations travel throughout the ice. So that's why you can hear so much noise right now. All this ice is acting as, in a way, one big network. I was about to say organism, but ice isn't a living thing. But yeah, so you have a decent view of just looking at the reservoir. And as you can see right now, since it is winter, and since this is technically a reservoir, the Army, and it was also built by the Army Corps of Engineers, as a matter of fact. The lake is experiencing what you call winter pool. So that basically means that they'll decrease the amount of water, because you can actually see some of the exposed shoreline that you normally wouldn't see, especially like during the summer months. So what they'll do is, if there is like an event where there is like a high amount of rain, which usually doesn't happen too much during the winter, they'll let the stream, because way far in that direction is the actual Caesar Creek. And once the Caesar Creek is a bit more settled, they'll release the water from the reservoir. It's basically the same thing as Buck Creek State Park. However, Caesar Creek is kind of like Buck Creek on steroids. This place is a lot larger. But here you can actually see like some of the geologic past. See that? See some of those shells right there? That is so freaking cool. I mean, yeah, like sometimes you can actually be lucky and find really good brachiopods. Okay, here we go. Here's a great example. When I actually mentioned about crinoids in the past, that is a crinoid right there. That's the stem. See that? That's a great example right there. And as I said, those were common throughout the Silurian and Ordovician times. Look at that. Look at all these shells. This is proof that this region of Ohio was once a marine area, you know? This is evidence of it. Because like limestone, it always forms in a marine environment. So, I mean, think about Florida, for example. You know, a lot of their bedrock, too, is limestone. And guess what? Florida is basically at the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico. And they have basically the same exact type of rock as Ohio does. So that's got to something, you know? There has to be a bit of a connection there. So that's what I mean. The rocks always tell us stories. Even though they can't talk, it's their appearance. They tell a story. But just provide you guys one more little view. Yeah. This is actually new territory of the state park that I've never been to. So I'm actually a bit excited of what I'm gonna stumble upon. So alright, thought I would share that with you guys. Hope you've learned something in the video. Geology is quite amazing. I mean, it is one of my favorite disciplines of environmental science. So, hope all of you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Get some nature time. And once again, Journey on a Journey is out. Take care, folks.